I mean, okay, that can push this back. But
Not a bad choice, but that Void Rays will help in the short term, but they won't. There's no like long-term benefit to the Void Rays. I mean, Hydras are going to come out, like, it doesn't take that much to mix in Hydras, and then they'll just die. Void Rays are just made out of paper.
I mean, wow, little push coming up here. I mean, bad position by the Zerg. He should probably, I don't know, maybe back off? What's he hitting? Yeah. Okay, he's hitting the Forge.
Yeah, once he opens that up. Wow, warping in units to block. Very well played by the Protoss. Man, did not expect him to stop those Ultras.
Clutch little save right there, and a charged up Void Ray. This could kill a couple of Ultralists right now.
Definitely, Hydra's focusing the Void Ray down. It's still working on the Ultras. Ooh, Colossi roasting the Hydras. Yeah, these Ultras are going to have to run away home.
And this is a very back and forth game. I mean, the Ultras were a big hit. I mean, well, the Zerg hasn't been hit economically. He does have... Okay, he's got 3 He's not building any more Hydralisks. I mean, I don't know if he has any more in the map. But this is the problem for Protoss right now. He is going to mine out in the main very soon. He's got all this money invested into tech that, I mean, he's got 2 robo facilities down. He's got Colossi range, and he's got 2 Stargates. It's definitely not going to be a gateway fight. And this is the kind of situation where you see Zerg just having lots of units might just win.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, the Void Rays are still going to take a long time to work through that 500 health with 5 armor on the Ultras. That is just an insane amount of defense. Even with 2 fully charged Void Rays working on them, that's not much of a ground army. He's up to 4 Void Rays, 5 Void Rays.
I just like his ability to... Well, sorry, not his ability, his decision to stick with Colossi. I mean, really, I'd like to see Immortals here.
Yeah, Immortals would do well.
Where are the probes going?
They're just coming with the attack. He's mined out. He's not actually fully saturated in the back.
Oh no, he's building a Nexus, but what's with the probes?
I have no idea whatsoever.
Is it a distraction?
Was it a misclick? They're all moving here to kill the Zergling, I guess? Very strange. Regardless. Man, I really wish we could see some Hydralisks here. He is 0 here. He is a
yeah, 8 Hydralisks are coming, and range is just about to finish.
Oh, beauty.
So, it's very on top of his game, iShA, and, you know, HybridFrog did a good push, but I kind of get the feeling that he didn't capitalize on the cannon block of the expansion.
I definitely agree. I think... I play a lot of PvZ. I think it's the one match I understand the most. And in my experience, when you get a really good cannon rusher, like you delay their natural, if you get that off, Stargate is the worst way to capitalize. It's fun sometimes, and it definitely works a lot of the time. But really, like a mass gate, like Blinkstalker, maybe Storm, maybe not Storm, like just a mass gate Colossus push is the most effective way. You just get a ton of units and you attack. But I mean, air tech, Phoenixes are a harass unit. They're not like a punch you in the face unit. They can actually end the game, but like a Gateway Colossus thing would. In this situation, he went for the Phoenixes, which are kind of a harassment type deal, and they just weren't enough to... I don't know, they let the Zerg build up.
And there was actually a discussion between Idra and someone else about what's in the... not the latest State of the Game podcast, but the one before. It's generally about, you know, what's the best way to capitalize on denying the Zerg expansion, and they just seemed to think it was, you know, going to base. Sorry, not deny, yeah, you know, not this sort of deny the expansion, but when you have the 2 pylons at the bottom of the ramp, and Zerg just cannot move out, and they end up usually nidusing in the back of your base. And apparently 2 basing is the best way to go off it. Anyway, big push by the Zerg here.
This is going to be very tough to hold off. He's got 6 Void Rays up now. They're going to need to charge up on some Ultras. Force fields are going to be useless in this battle. Colossus dealing with the Zerglings. He really should be focusing the Colossi on the Hydralisks. That's the Void Rays are going to what's going to keep him in the battle here. Wow, huge amount of damage being dealt here. The Nexus is going to go down for a splash alone. He's focusing it with the Ultras. Oof, a lot of Colossus, a lot of Void Rays. Protoss actually might hold here. Very surprised.
I think he is going to hold.
They're just still down 30 supply.
Such a choke. The Colossi just did amazing damage on all those units.
Definitely.
Zerg is in a lot of trouble. Lots of Zerglings, lots of Hydras coming out, but Hydras are just going to melt to these +1 Colossi. Even though +3 armor is done for Zerg, I mean, he needs the Ultras on the Colossi and he needs the Hydras for the Void Rays. So it's a difficult decision.
Very much so.
I mean, you have to think maybe he'd just be better off with the Mutalisks. But I mean, obviously, it's too late for me to say that now, and that's a bit dumb, really. But you know, he's got
No, I
to make do
definitely
with what he
agree.
has.
If he had had the Spire already, I think Mutalisk would have been a better addition.
Because against uncharged Void Rays, Mutalisks just kick ass.
Mutalisks are amazing, yes.
Interesting note, actually, that Protoss is about to mine out completely. Like, because his third Nexus is not up, so he has to win. Although
Zerg
Zerg is
have
mined out
lost-
in his main.
Yeah. Zerg only has one base, and it's about to fall. What are these eggs? Please be something good.
No, the Zerglings. Yeah, these are just gonna die.
Yikes, Colossi. Queen going down, those Void Rays are just gonna roast that hatchery. Man, this has been a really intense game. I mean, this is game one of the
It
series.
has. I mean, it has been a great back and forth. Zerg going
Not over
versus
yet. We have a
Protoss.
counterattack. Nobody's mining right now. It's going to be army versus army. Can
Well,
this
Protoss
ultra
is
army...
mining a little bit, but his income is nothing. It's like 600 or something.
Yeah.
And Zerg's going into the main. Forceful's trying to block it off, but the Ultralisk just slam them down. And I dislike his decision to go up on the map, because these Colossi are going to have great shots on these units, and the Hydras
Yeah.
are exposed.
What Zerg
that's a
needs
lot
right
of
now is good positioning, and by moving into this Protoss main, he's kind of opting out of that. Oh, these Void Rays.
Yeah, he
all
just
charged
needs to
huge amounts
surround,
of
but
damage.
I mean, good play by HybridFrog. I think he went tech rather than gateway units, which is the correct thing to do. Like, but I think I'm not really sure what to think. But I mean,
there's
all props to him for dealing with the Ultralisks when it really should have ended the game for the Zerg. Because I mean, there was this one point where Zerg was trying to charge up the ramp, and Protoss only just held it off with one Void Ray, and from there he's been able to come back very strongly because Zerg has just not been able to deal with the tech.
Definitely now dealing with an army that's almost entirely Stargate and Robo units. We have a single Stalker, 2 sentries. That's about it. Just a bunch of Void Rays and Colossus, and oh, these drones are gonna melt. Blah, Colossus not quite there. But really at this point, it's over. Good game. That was a very good game.